today we are going to be challenging Memory of Chaos 11 as well as 12, only using characters that have released in 2.7 and below. So basically characters from 1.0 all the way up until 2.7 will be allowed for this challenge where we're going to be challenging Memory of Chaos 11 and 12. So here we are with Memory of Chaos 11. First side will be Hule, second side will be Nikador if I'm not mistaken. So for the first side, we can see that we have a fire weakness, wind weakness, as well as physical. So one character I really like playing against Hule would be Yunli. So for the first side, I'm going to go with Yunli for my main damage dealer. I know for this side, taking advantage of an AoE character will be really good here. So out of the 2.0 DPSs, I'm kind of feeling Acheron, honestly. Oops, not Acheron and Yunli together, but Acheron on side 2. Because then we can easily handle, I feel like, the second side without any issues. And then even the first side, they're all lightning weak. So Acheron, I feel like, is a very good fit for this side. So for our Yunli team, I am thinking we should tone in and focus on, giving her really nice buffs with the supports. We're going to go with the hyper carry team. Ting Yun is a really nice 4-star for her because Ting Yun is going to be able to provide her more energy for her ultimate. So I'm going to go with Ting Yun. I'm also going to use, let's go with Robin. And then we can also go with Huahua. Huahua is also going to be able to give us energy, attack. She's going to be able to cleanse us. So this team right here, I feel like is pretty set. And now for Acheron, we are going to go with Jiao Cho. Jiao Cho is a really nice pair for Acheron, but if you don't have him, you can use other Nihility characters as well. I am thinking we can go with, let's go with Sunday for the advance forward, and for our sustain, let's go Aventurine. Why not? I already have this team at the top, so I might as well, let's just use it. Why not? Alrighty, so I'm just gonna move over here so that we can fully see everything in action. We're just gonna use our techniques and just begin this challenge. First up is gonna be Hule, and this is Memory of Chaos 11, and then we're gonna go to the second side. Then we're gonna challenge 12, which 12 is definitely gonna be the harder part of this challenge here. So we're going to immediately start off by using Ting Yun's ultimate. I'm actually going to use Ting Yun's ultimate here on Robin. The reason why I'm doing this is because this will allow Robin to quickly be able to use her ultimate. As you guys can see, we already have a bunch of energy for Robin, and now when we use her skill, we have the skill buff active, and now we can use her ultimate. Before we do that though, I am going to buff Yunli right here with Ting Yun's skill. So I'm just going to basic attack. Now we can advance everyone forward with Robin, and now everyone's going to be able to get another turn. Now with Ting Yun, we can once again buff Yunli here. We're going to get more and more energy for Ting Yun so that she's able to use her ultimate very frequently. And now we can use Huahua's skill. We're going to first use Yunli's ultimate. I kind of clicked Huahua's ultimate a little too late there, but it's fine. We're now going to use Huahua's ultimate like so. There we go. And now with Ting Yun, she does have her ultimate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basic attack. We are going to use the ultimate here on Yunli, give her some more energy. Now it is Huahua's turn, so I'm just going to basic attack right here. Now we can use Yunli's ultimate. And now we're going to retaliate. Wha-bam! With Yunli, I am just going to use her skill. Now with Ting Yun, what we can do is use a basic attack like so. With Yunli, we can use her ultimate. We are going to get hit here, which is going to result in us dealing damage like so. Boom, there we go. And now we are on to the Hule side. So we're going to get hit here a bit, which is perfect as this will be able to give us more energy for Yunli. Boom. Going to use her skill once again on Yunli, and we are skill spamming quite a lot just so we are able to take advantage of Ting Yun's ultimate to give Yunli more energy, as well as, of course, advance the team forward. So now with Huahua, we're going to use her skill. We want to have that cleansing going on. And with Yunli, I'm going to use her ultimate. Now we're going to retaliate back. Boom! We're going to deal a bunch of damage there to Hule. Now what I'm going to do is use Ting Yun's ultimate since it is available. We're going to be able to advance the team forward with this as well. Yunli now has her ultimate once again. So I will just basic attack right here. Now a little wolf gets summoned, and now with Ting Yun, we're going to do the same thing as before. We're just skill spamming quite a lot with her just so we're able to get more and more energy. Now Hule is getting angry, but this is perfectly fine because this will result in Yunli being able to deal more and more counterattacks. So we're going to use Yunli's ultimate once again. And wha-bam, there we go. We are already at 11% on Hule here. With Robin, we can just basic attack. With Huahua, I'm going to basic attack. I'm going to now use Robin's ultimate. I'm also going to follow up here with Huahua's ultimate just to give some more energy for everyone on the team. With Ting Yun, same thing as before. I'm actually going to wait before using her ultimate after everyone's turn goes, so that we are able to take advantage of the action advance for everyone on the team. We could basic attack with Yunli. We can now skill with Huohuo, use Yunli's ultimate, and now also follow up here with Tingyun's ultimate. And as you guys can see, everyone over here underneath the 29 is going to be able to take advantage of the action advance from Dance Dance Dance. So now we're going to give more energy to Yunli. We're going to get hit here. And Hule is going to die. Boom! Now Hule is on his second phase. I am going to use Yunli's ultimate once again. Now we're going to deal quite a lot of damage right here. Well, bam! Turbulence is going to come in, which is awesome. Same thing as before. There we go. We got hit right there. Perfectly fine. Now at the Yunli, we can basic attack. Little wolves are going to come in. Alrighty. Now we can use Yunli's ultimate. It's looking like we should be able to get a 1 cycle clear, I believe. Alright. Yunli got hit again. Oh no! We killed the little wolves. Oops. We killed them a little too fast. It's fine though. We are going to use Huohuo's ultimate right here. Robin is about to be full on energy, which is awesome. We could just basic attack with Robin and now a Tingyun. Same thing as before. We can advance everyone forward. We're just going to skill right here. And bam! There we go. We're able to get a 1 cycle clear, which is awesome. Now we're on side 2, and we are fighting Nikador. Let's just get straight into this. Use all of our techniques, and we're going to beat you up. Bam! Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Okay, Jiao Cho, we are going to skill and then use our ultimate. I do have the eagle set on Jiao Cho, so each time he uses his ultimate, he will be able to advance himself forward, which is awesome. Because he's going to be really useful here for being able to just debuff the enemies we are facing. And now we're getting stacks for Acheron, which is great. I'm actually going to use Acheron's ultimate right here because of the fact that we're already maxed out on our stacks. So I'm going to use the ultimate because we have this speed tuned to where Acheron will go first and then Sunday will advance her forward. So because of that, we're going to be able to take advantage of frequent ultimates here with Acheron. So boom. Now with Aventurine, I can just basic attack. With Sunday, we're going to advance forward Acheron. I am also going to give her the ultimate right here. Not for the energy, of course, since Acheron doesn't use energy, but instead for the massive buffs that Sunday is able to provide with his ultimate. Now we'll use her skill. Follow up here with another ultimate. And just deal a nice amount of damage right here. Boom! Now we can basic attack. Now this guy is going to hit us, but no problems here. We are going to skill. I'm going to use the ultimate here just to be safe. I do want to kill this guy in this cycle. We should be able to do so. Advance forward Acheron. Now we have our ultimate. I'm going to see... Is this enough to kill? Nice, it's enough to kill. Okay. We are going to get hit a bit. I am going to use Acheron's ultimate now, since we do have enough stacks from the last wave of enemies. Boom! There we go. Now I'm going to basic attack with Jiao Cho. We are going to use his ultimate because once again, he has the eagle set equipped. So he's going to advance himself forward. Awesome. We can skill right here. Now with Aventurine, I'm just going to basic attack. We're going to advance forward Acheron. We are going to use her skill like so. Boom. Now we're just going to basic attack. I thought for some reason Nikador here was about to summon his little friends, but I should have just used Acheron's ultimate when I had it available. But it's perfectly fine. We could just use the skill right here. Boom. There we go. All right, we're going to take a bit of damage here. Not very good, though, since it is quite a bit of damage. I am going to have to use Aventurine's skill pretty soon because we are taking quite a bit of damage right here. There's the clones. Now with Aventurine, I am going to use his skill because I just want more shields, you know? We're taking a bit of damage here. I do want to get some shields. So there we go. With Sunday, I'm going to use his ultimate here on Acheron. Give her the buff once again. We're going to advance forward Acheron and then immediately use her ultimate. Alrighty. And boom, there we go. Now we're going to use her skill. And bam. Nikador is about to die. We're just going to basic attack. use the skill right here. Boom. Basic attack once again. Advance forward Acheron. And now we can just use her ultimate and we have successfully cleared MOC 11 with only characters from 1.0 to 2.7. So pretty good results right here. The real challenge though is going to be Memory of Chaos 12. All right, for Memory of Chaos 12, we have Flame Reaver here, which when it comes to fighting Flame Reaver, I really like taking advantage of characters that are AoE centric. So when it comes to our 3.0 and above characters, the Herta is amazing against Flame Reaver, Castorice is amazing. But what about characters that are below 3.0? How do they fare against Flame Reaver? So I'm personally thinking, once again, Acheron, we're probably going to use the exact same team, as I believe Acheron should be able to nicely handle this, especially because a lot of these enemies here are lightning weak. And then for side 2, honestly, a lot of these enemies here are weak to imaginary, so I am personally thinking a Rappa angle. So we are going to try out our Rappa team for this side and see how it goes. Alrighty, we're going to start off by using Jiaocho's skill and then follow up here with his ultimate, and boom, we're just literally cooking them. Alright, so with Acheron, I am going to use her ultimate here as we are about to get a nice amount of stacks from the Ashen Roast kicking in on the other enemies. We already have her ultimate available. Let's just use up her ultimate and now get some more stacks. So there we go, we're already at 4. Now we can use Acheron's skill like so, and boom. With Aventurine, we can just basic attack, and with Sunday, we can advance her forward as well as also use Sunday's ultimate on Acheron here. Now we're going to be able to take advantage of the buffs from Sunday's ultimate as well as of course the skill. So now we can use her skill once again and now also follow up here with her ultimate. We've done 2 ultimates so far in the cycle. So boom, now we can just basic attack. We are going to take a bit of damage here, which is perfectly fine. Yep, we're going to get hit with the flames. Once again, this is a-okay. Let's just use Aventurine's ultimate like so. And now we're going to have the follow-up. We are getting hit quite a bit here, but it should be okay. We did get an Acheron ultimate, so let's just take advantage of it here. Deal a nice amount of damage like so. And boom, there we go. Okay, nice. This guy here is almost dead. We're just going to use our skill and bam. Now we're on to the next wave. All right. So we are going to take a bit of damage here, but it's okay. What I'm going to do with Jiaocho is I'm going to basic attack and now use his ultimate so that I'm able to take advantage of the action advance from the Eagle set. Now it's about to be Acheron's turn and we do have the ultimate, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And boom, there we go. Now with Acheron, I can skill. With Aventurine, we can basic attack and now we can advance forward to Acheron and skill once again here. Okay, we're taking a bit of damage. I will have to use Aventurine's skill very soon here, just because of how much damage we're taking. But it should be fine. There we go. So what I'm going to do is actually just basic attack right here. With Aventurine, I'm going to skill, just so we're safe. I'm also going to use Aventurine's ultimate on Flame Reaver. Advance forward Acheron. Now we can use her skill. Boom. Now the turbulence is going to kick in, and now he is going to attack us once again. Going to summon his clones, but now we are just going to use Acheron's ultimate, deal a bunch of damage right here. Boom. Okay, already at 61%, which is awesome. Now we can basic attack with Acheron's skill. So we're just going to do the same thing as before. Skill right here. Alrighty. Now with Jiaocho, we are able to use his ultimate and go back into this cycle right here. Now with Acheron, we're going to use her ultimate. And we should be able to get rid of all these clones right here. Yep, there we go. He only has 4 clones left. We can just basic attack. Turbulence is about to kick in. Skill with Aventurine right here. And now advance forward Acheron. Deal a nice amount of damage. We should be able to kill with this ultimate right here. So let's see. Okay. Massive amount of damage. And there we go. Boom! Nice. We're able to clear that in 2 cycles. Now let's try Rappa against Kafka and see how it goes. Let's just use our techniques and get straight into it. And Are they about the same height? I'm just staring at their heights now. But we're just gonna, okay, I meant to, like surf around Kafka, but instead I just, we just ended up hitting her in the face, I guess. What we're gonna do is give Hyacine prayer here to Rappa, and now what we're gonna do is basic attack with Ruame. Use the ultimate just to give the additional buffs from her ultimate. With Gallagher, we are going to basic attack the Pegasus right here, as it is fire weak, so Gallagher is going to be able to help out with breaking this Pegasus over here. Boom. Now with Rappa, I can use her skill, and now we can also follow up here with Rappa's ultimate, and this ultimate is so freaking cool. I still love this ultimate. It's so awesome. Boom, there we go. And now with Fugue, I can just use her ultimate. We are going to assist with weakness breaking these enemies right here. With Gallagher, we have the available skill points. I am just going to skill. With Rappa, we are going to use her enhanced basic attack like so. With Ruame, I will skill, because since we have these available skill points, I want to take advantage of them. So we have a nice amount of energy when we do end up going into the next wave of enemies, which would be Kafka. So now with Fugue, we're just going to basic attack. Turbulence comes in, and wha-bam. Now, while we do have Rappa's ultimate, I'm not going to use it just yet. I actually want to get some more energy here for my other characters before we go into the next wave. So now with Rappa, I am just going to use her ultimate. This should be able to kill Mr. Lion right here. There we go. Now we're on to the next wave of enemies. We're just going to basic attack here with Fugue. Gallagher did get hit, and they did dominate Ruame, which is not very favorable. So I am going to just use Gallagher's ultimate. I know he was about to go, but the reason I'm doing this is because I want to help out Ruame. Let's save her. So now we can actually use her skill. With Rappa, I'm just gonna try to reduce the toughness of all the enemies right here. We have to be very careful right here when it comes to these Pegasus, as they are able to do this like moon symbol above our characters, which can end up stunning them if I'm not mistaken. So we have to be really careful when we're fighting these enemies here. So boom. So with Rappa, we are gonna have to try to get back her ultimate very soon. With Fugue, I'm just gonna use her basic attack. We are gonna get hit here a bit. I can actually break this Pegasus right here. And now what we're going to do is basic attack with Ruame. I am going to follow up here with her ultimate, just to give everyone some buffs. I know we didn't really do much to Kafka during this cycle, but we just have to work on breaking her. And boom, there we go. And now we can immediately use Rappa's ultimate. And bam, there we go. We're going to use Fugue skill on Rappa. Now with Gallagher, I can just basic attack. With Rappa, we're just going to wha-bam! And now we can use a skill. Now with Fugue, we could just use her ultimate to deal some more super break damage onto all the enemies right here. It's not by much, but it does help a little bit. And now we can basic attack Kafka. We are also going to follow up here with Gallagher's ultimate. Wha-bam! I believe we should be able to kill these Pegasus right here. I hope. Boom, there we go. Okay, nice. So Kafka only has 20% health remaining. This is gonna be really close. I need to get enough energy on Rappa so that we might be able to kill Kafka in this cycle. Please. Boom. Okay, is this enough? I don't know if we can deal 18%. Let's see. Can we deal 18? Boom, no, we weren't able. We could have cleared that within this cycle, but it's fine. We can just basic attack. With Fugue, we'll just basic attack here as well. This is so many turns of Kafka not going. Okay, now we're going to kill Kafka here. We're literally just gonna boom, well, bam, and double boom. I don't know. Alrighty, so with that, we were able to clear that in 4 cycles. Honestly, I 100% think that could have been in 3 cycles, if I'm being real here, because that last cycle kind of felt wasted, especially when we also went into the wave with Kafka. It just took us a while to actually break her, unfortunately. So because of that, I feel like with further optimization, we probably could have gotten that 3 cycle, and if we really tried to push it, maybe a 2 cycle. But regardless, we cleared with a total of 6 cycles for Memory of Chaos 12. We took 2 cycles on side 1 and 4 on side 2, which I think is okay, I guess. I feel like we definitely could have done better, at least on side 2, but it's still perfectly fine. And real quick, I do want to mention this. So when it comes to my Acheron, I do have E2 Acheron, but one thing I would like to suggest is that if you are using an E0 Acheron and you would like to try out this run, what I would recommend is potentially having the speed tuning to where, so as you guys can see, my Acheron is 138. And if you do use an advanced forward character, let's say it is Sunday or even a different character, with Sunday, I have him at 135. So the reason that is because Acheron will go first, then Sunday advances her forward, and then Acheron attacks again. This results in a lot of stacks being generated for Acheron's ultimate. You do have Jiao. He is also going to be very useful for being able to assist with regenerating stacks for Acheron. And when it comes to the builds, we can just quickly go through that. Here's my Acheron. I do want a bit more crit rate on her, as I believe I was a little bit off within battle. I could be mistaken. We do have the signature light cone. For the traces, are maxed out. And then for the relics, we are using Isamo and Pioneer of Dead Waters, which we can quickly go through each of these pieces just for Acheron in particular, as she was the main damage dealer right here. Okay, so there we go. And that's basically how Acheron is built for Sunday here. 4-piece Ordeal and then Lushaka. For Jiao, we have 4-piece Eagle and Sprightly Vonwak. And then for Aventurine, we have Inert Salcedo, Pioneer Diver Dead Waters, and then Ash Blazing Grand Duke. Now we have Rappa, here she is. Rappa is E0, but she does have her light cone. For the relics, we're just using Talia and then the Iron Break set, and we can just quickly go through these for my Rappa build. Her build isn't anything too crazy. It's mainly just us trying to get some speed and some break effect here. And then she's E0. For Fugue, here she is. She is 164, nice amount of break effect. For the Light Cone, we have Solitary Healing. For the traces, they're maxed out. For the relics, we have Forge and the Iron Break set. Her build could be a little better, but it's fine. And also, since I am using Solitary Healing, this is a completely free-to-play light cone. We do have an E1 Fugue, which is pretty nice when it comes to just the additional weakness breaking efficiency she can provide. But even without this E1, since we basically had 4 cycles remaining to have leeway with, I believe even with completely E0 characters, assuming you used a very, very similar team, I honestly think you should be fine to clear, because that's a lot of cycles that you can mess around with in order to clear with maximum stars. As for Rame, quickly go through her. We're using Memories of the Past. For traces, here they are. We're using Sprightly Vonwak and Watchmaker. I do have an E1 Ruan Mei. And lastly for Gallagher, here he is. We could just quickly go through this. Dreams Montage for more speed. For the Forge set, the Iron Break set, and then Ordeal. And Gallagher right here is maxed out on his Eidolons. I did have a very fun time doing this challenge, and I would love to know if you guys do this challenge yourself. Let me know your results. How did it go? And yeah, this is mainly just, to have fun. I hope you all enjoyed this video as well. And if you did, do consider subscribing, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.